Would you believe it if I tell you that this one book actually helped me create a Fiverr gig and earn over $120,000 within 8 months? Now, in this video, I'm going to review what this book did for me and what this book is actually, the gig that I got from it, the ideas and the strategies that I used to be able to earn that $120,000 within 8 months. Early 2019, I had just left my full-time job and I didn't know what to do next. I actually left my full-time job because I was looking for more freedom, more time for myself, more money, and basically that's what we all look for, more freedom for ourselves in all of these things. Until one evening, a friend sent me a PDF of a book that was selling so hot. Now, typically I wouldn't actually pay attention to PDFs because I really struggle to read PDFs on phone. But that particular evening, I actually took about 2 hours to read the first chapter, and I realized that within the next 3 days, I had read the first 2-3. Now, this gave me an idea to sell on Fiverr. Tell you what, I had a Fiverr account that was doing well, but it wasn't so impressive and I wasn't earning so much. I wasn't actually paying a lot of attention to it. And leaving my job, I didn't even have the plan of even going to push in for my Fiverr account to grow and stuff like that. It wasn't part of the plan. Now, what you might not know is that I already had a Fiverr account that wasn't doing so well. I wasn't paying attention to it because I was in a full-time job. But now that I was out of my full-time job, I needed to pay attention to it, but I didn't know what gig to sell and how to go about it. So after reading this book, which I'm about to reveal to you, and the strategies I got from it and how it actually helped me earn that much on Fiverr and gave me a different perspective about selling on Fiverr. It gave me a different perspective about marketing, online sales, and basically everything. And also, I got a great gig idea from this. I went on Fiverr to research and I realized that so many people are actually not selling this particular gig idea I got from this book. So I went further, did a deep dive into the gig strategy, and then I was able to set up a gig that started selling so hot. So at this point, let me review what this book is. This is .com Secrets, and as you can see here, I've been reading this a lot. I've read it about 3 times now. And it's actually changed my life, my agency, my freelancing, consulting, and selling on Fiverr. But what I really got from this in 2019 was a gig idea that was doing so well around that time. So basically in this book, Russell Brunson talks about using funnels to grow your online business. The idea I got from this was not to use funnels to grow my online business. I literally didn't have any strong online business then. I was just selling to local businesses. But when I read the book, I realized that there might be a need for funnels by entrepreneurs on Fiverr. So I went straight to Fiverr to find out what people were selling. And to my surprise, I didn't have more than 1,000 gigs created on funnels, sales funnel, lead funnels, and everything that relates to the funnel economy. Now, beside me getting to know there was less than 1,000 gigs created on Fiverr on funnels, I also realized that most of the sellers were selling between $10 and $100. So the strategy was for me to copy exactly what they were selling, but to add something to it to make mine stand out, to make it unique, and also to make it affordable. If you have been following me for some time now, you will know that I used to tell my students to be selling their gigs with a minimum of $5 because that was what the algorithm required. So basically then, the algorithm was, can you sell low, can you deliver on time, can you do a good job, and can buyers love you for that? So I used that same strategy and I copied gig ideas for this particular gig. I was able to get a gig idea like I will create and design a sales funnel for you. But one thing that was missing from the marketplace was someone to fix and set up their sales funnels. Now, mind you, around that time, Russell Brunson was not only promoting this book, but was also promoting his software, which is ClickFunnels. So a lot of people, a lot of entrepreneurs were buying this $97 per month, but they have the time and they have the technical know-how to actually set it up for themselves. Now, ClickFunnels had a support team to be handling this, but the support was so huge that if you wanted something faster, you would have to go to a platform like Fiverr or find a freelancer to help you set up. And basically, the setup included domain setup, email setup, design, analytics integration, and a few other things. Now, after I got this idea, I added just 2 words to the gig title I had copied from people, which was, I will design your sales funnel for you. I added setup and fix, design sales funnel for you. So my gig title became, I will set up, fix, or design your sales funnel for you. Now, I wrote everything that I could inside the gig description. So the secret here was that because ClickFunnels was being promoted to entrepreneurs, there was different categories of entrepreneurs who needed ClickFunnels to grow. We could talk of e-commerce entrepreneurs, people who wanted to do drop shipping and connect ClickFunnels to Shopify so that they can do their drop shipping. We could talk of real estate companies who wanted to generate leads, and any other B2B business that wanted to generate leads with ClickFunnels. You could also talk of people who wanted to sell their online courses, and also people who wanted to sell their coaching programs and generate high-ticket leads and push them into a meeting so that they can sell their coaching programs to them. So basically, this is what my gig description talked about, the problems they were going through, not being able to set up, not being able to design a funnel page that was converting enough, not being able to generate the leads that you can actually use to book meetings and actually convert them. So I spoke about the problems they were having, and I also mentioned how I'll be able to help them solve this problem. That was all I wrote in my get description. So basically, that was how I was selling it. They'll come in to buy something for me to fix their domain, fix their email, fix the analytics, fix the mobile optimization, or anything that was very small that I could do within 30 minutes. And then when I'm done, I'll look at their template, their sales page, and tell them, hey, your sales page is not looking good. I'll be able to fix it for you. I have these 3 pages designed for this particular industry. Would you want any of them? They'll go ahead and say yes, and I'll say that, okay, then it's just $100 for me to copy your text, put it on, and design it and push it online for you. And I was easily getting upsells from this particular strategy. So that was what I actually used to teach my students in my coaching program, that start selling your gig very low, and you'll be able to upsell, build a relationship, and get them to actually start chatting you. So this strategy worked very well then. Moving forward, I was literally getting clients coming back. Some people will use my templates, get results, and say that, hey, I want you to do another one for me. They will come back. And at a point, they started asking, can you write copies for us? Can you run ads for us? So to sum it all, that was the whole idea. I got the idea from ClickFunnels, from Russell Brunson promoting their software. I realized on the Fiverr platform, people were not selling it, but those who were selling it were only focusing on the design. So I looked at the market that people were avoiding, which was fixing the setup, the technical part. I picked that one, added it to my gig. Now, that was the whole strategy. I got this book, found the idea that there's something called funnels, went into the Fiverr marketplace and realized that not a lot of people are selling it. And even those who were selling it, they weren't focusing on the setup and the fixes. So I went ahead to create my gig around that, and I didn't charge $50 or $100. I started charging $5 so that I could get a lot of people coming to me. Now, when they are with me and when I do a good job for them, I'll be able to upsell my design and my other services of managing their templates or running ads or doing copy for them. Mind you, those times, the only thing I could do was to be able to run ads. I didn't know how to write copy, so I had to start learning that. But that wasn't what actually made me the money I'm about to reveal to you. What actually brought in the money was I had more than 2,000 orders of people coming to buy $5 gigs. And with the $5 gigs, I was able to upsell up to 50% of these people to buy my $100 gigs. Some of them will pay more than that because they needed 2 pages. Some of them will say, okay, now can you manage my entire ClickFunnels for me? Every month I'll pay you this amount. Those days, Fiverr didn't have the subscription services and features in there, but I had people paying me every month just to manage their ClickFunnels account. And before I realized, my account was hitting $120,000. So simply and so easy. So a lot of people used to ask me, was I doing all of this work alone? And I say, yes, I used to do all of these things alone. Because that time I was so hungry for success. I was so hungry to make an impact. I was so hungry to make money that I would take all of these jobs, wake up at night, and do it to the next morning and stay during the day to even do more of it. Now, some of these clients way back 5 years ago are still with me, and they still come to me. Just yesterday, I got one of those clients sending me a message that they want to design a new funnel. It's based on the relationship I built with them and the kind of service I delivered that made them come back. Mind you, fixing domains, fixing email templates, fixing analytics didn't take a lot of time. Some of them, they have struggled with it for days, and I could just log in within 10-30 minutes. I'll get it done, and they are wow. So they left good reviews that this guy delivers fast, his work is neat. So if I pitch to them that, hey, would you want me to redesign your template for you? Would you like me to give you one of my new or premium design templates? They will easily say yes. I ended up selling my templates from $100 to around $500 for 3 pages, and for managing it, and so many other things started coming in. Somebody would just say, hey, can you check my Facebook ads for me? Can you check my Pixel for me? And now most of them were adding tips to me that I didn't even expect. And would you believe that some of these buyers are still with me to date? Anytime they need a funnel, they come back. This is clients that I worked for 5-6 years ago. To date, These are the clients that give me recurring income. So the whole idea is, how can you also tap into this? How can you use this strategy to actually sell to your clients? A few things have changed on Fiverr, but there's still the core strategy of one, finding out what is actually trending. By then, ClickFunnels was trending. ClickFunnels was promoting their software to a lot of entrepreneurs, so people were buying it. Currently, what is trending? There's a platform called School. School is a community platform. It's trending, so people are looking for community managers that can set it up for them and manage it for them. School is trending right now. Short videos are also trending. So the whole idea here is, number one, find something that is trending, learn it, and go on Fiverr to sell it. Because there are going to be people who will invest into that particular platform or software or service or whatever it is, and we need people to help them set it up faster, or design it, or need some support regarding that particular thing they've invested into it. Now, the second strategy I implemented was to charge very low and to charge the lowest in the marketplace. Then that was the strategy the algorithm needed. Now, if you go on Fiverr to sell your gig for $5, it might not even pop up. You will not be recommended, you will not show up in your gig category, because the Fiverr algorithm has changed. Fiverr now wants to make lots of more money from sellers and buyers. So if you have to use this strategy, then you have to understand the industry or the category your gig is going to be in, and know the average pricing. Once you know the average pricing, you set the right pricing. So now your gig is not going to pop up because you have $5 as the basic pricing for your gig, but your gig will pop up because your gig is competitive, because your gig is among the top 1% of the gigs in that particular category. And number three is something that Fiverr is promoting now very aggressively. Number three is to make sure that you are doing quality work to satisfy buyers. Most people don't pay attention to this. You think it's all about getting the orders, but if you get the orders and you don't do a good work, buyers are not going to be happy. They will leave you good public review, but the private ratings is going to be very, very bad, and these people will go and they won't come back. Mind you, now the new Fiverr algorithm will actually reward you if you're able to get your previous buyers or repeat buyers to come back and buy more from you. Even if you're able to get just 3 of them to keep coming back every month, your gig will be ranking on the marketplace. And the reason is that your gig is qualified and deemed as good because old buyers and previous buyers are coming back because they are satisfied. The key word here is satisfaction. So if you ask me, can you also make $120,000 or anything between that amount per year or within a year? The answer is yes. Currently, I have some students who are making it. Me, myself, I'm going to make it. For the past years, I've been coaching some people who consistently make more than 100,000. And the little problem we got this year was the introduction of the Fiverr score. It took us some time to understand how it works. Within 5 months, we didn't know how to go about it. It affected most of our gigs. But after 5 months of monitoring it and trying different strategies, I have to tell you that we've been able to understand how the new algorithm works. And what I'll tell you here about the new algorithm is that it's AI based. So if you want to make money with it, if you want to be able to hack into the algorithm or let the algorithm love you, the key word here is to satisfy your buyers. But how can you even satisfy your buyers if you're not getting the buyers in the first place? That is something that most people are still struggling with. And if you want to know more about that, I'm going to leave a link below here that will give you an idea of how to actually get the new algorithm to love you. I basically break it down step by step for you to know what to do and how to go about it so that the new algorithm will love you. Mind you, if you're going to buy reviews and fake accounts and all of that, it's not going to work because a new account is actually measuring new buyers and giving them threshold before it ranks the review that it gives. The new algorithm is actually ranking buyers. So if you're a new buyer on the platform and you leave a review on a buy seller's account, it's not going to have any impact unless you reach a certain threshold in the amount you spent and how long you stayed on the platform. And people who buy fake reviews are not able to do this because it's quite difficult and complicated to have one buyer that is not really a real person stay on the platform for so long and keep buying orders and spend a certain amount of money. This video, and you want me to share more insight into how I've been successful on Fiverr, how I've helped people, and how you can actually also benefit on Fiverr and keep selling your gig. Leave a comment below, tell me what you want to learn more, and you can send me a message at serkobi@gmail.com. See you in my next video.